Hello, my name is Edwin Edebiri, and I am the Chief Happiness Officer with the I Am Happy Project and also the Happy Neighborhood Project. I want to say thank you for joining us for another episode of Happy Monday. We look forward to Mondays. I know that might sound really weird because everybody tends to look forward to Friday, but we look forward to Friday also. We look forward to Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday pretty much every day. What if you can really develop an attitude like that where you are looking forward to the beginning of every single day? That's what Happy Monday is designed, because Monday is one of the toughest times for people to look forward to. And we feel like if we can help you with that and we can help you break that part, then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and the rest might get a little bit easier. So that's what Happy Monday is about. If you are just joining us, please follow us on YouTube. There's youtube.com/Ask the CHO, which is AskTheCHO. And if you're on Instagram, the same thing, Ask the CHO, or Twitter is Ask the CHO. We want to make sure that everybody hear this and you are able to help us get the word out. And I said this before and I will continue to say it. Happiness is like a perfume. You can spray it on other people without a few drops coming at you. So help us to spread happiness and it make your happiness stronger. Now, today, folks, I want to talk about peace and happiness. I think the world really needs more peace right now. Okay, I mean, if you know, for those of you that are just following what is going on, I think the biggest thing that really happened, is the false alarm for those who live in Hawaii. I hope and I pray that they can recover very, very quickly, because you never want to be put in that kind of situation where a notice goes out that there is a mixer coming to you and this is not a test. Okay, folks, that is not a good feeling. So there's other stuff going on, folks. The world really, really needs peace right now. However, the peace in the world cannot start unless you have internal peace, okay? So I want to focus on that part. I want to focus on your peace and happiness. And hopefully that we can help to magnify that. We can get our peace stronger, strong enough that the vibration can go all over the world. And we can truly, 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 truly be able to raise the level of peace, because we cannot truly be happy without peace of mind. That's what this is about, peace and happiness. So, as we talk about peace, folks, especially internal peace, the first thing that comes to my mind is you have to make the right assumptions. Now, here is the deal, folks. As human beings, we cannot operate without making assumptions. Just the fact that I am going to be making this call today at 8 o'clock Pacific time. That was an assumption I made yesterday. And that's an assumption I make every single week. And yes, it happened almost every week. Actually, I think it's every week since I've been doing it, except for one. That's an assumption. When you go to your car and you put the key and you know it's going to start, that's an assumption you make. When you follow GPS and you know it's going to take you to where you're going to go to, that's an assumption you're going to make. Every human being, we make assumptions. And for the most part, it is accurate, because it becomes second nature to us. So my suggestion for you today is ask yourself, are you making negative assumptions most of the time, or are you making positive assumptions most of the time? Because the truth about it is this: if you are making positive assumptions most of the time, you're going to have peace and you're going to be happier. If you are making negative assumptions most of the time, you're going to be unhappy. You're going to not have as much peace. Now, that doesn't mean somebody should be foolish and just make positive assumptions when you don't have all the information or the data, but that's what assumption is about anyway. You don't have everything completely. Sure, sometimes you will be wrong, and most times you will be right. But if you want to have peace, you have to learn to make positive assumptions. You have to learn to find the things that's working in your life. You have to learn to smell the roses. That's positive assumptions most of the time. Yes, sometimes you will be wrong, and you'll deal with those times. But you cannot say because you will be wrong sometimes that you just make negative assumption all the time. That's not going to work. That's not the way to live life. Okay, so learn to observe yourself. In the course of a day, am I making mostly positive assumptions or am I making negative assumptions? The direction you go, the one that consumes most of you, is going to determine whether you're going to be having peace and happy or you're not going to be having peace and unhappy. So that's the number one, is control your assumptions. The second thing I want to talk about is to learn to control things, to focus on the things within your control. Okay, focus your energy on the things within your control. Folks, I'm telling you, there's a whole lot of stuff, especially right now, there's a whole lot of stuff that doesn't come within your control. Okay, and people have come to me sometime and they say to me, Edwin, you know what? Everything is going well in my life. I'm supposed to be happy. Why am I not happy? Because there are two major factors that affect our happiness. In the biggest sense of it, if you look at it as a macro level, there are two factors that affect our happiness and our peace of mind. One of them is internal causes, and the other one are external causes. External causes you have absolutely no control over. You have zero control. Like the false alarm in Hawaii, if you live in Hawaii, you have zero control over that. Or somebody may comment, you have zero control over that. In other words, you can only control the things you can initiate. But yet, the things that other people initiate, the things you have no control over, can affect your peace of mind. So you have to make a conscious decision that you are not going to let that happen. Somebody driving erratic on the freeway, you have no control over that. Going to a store and they're out of your favorite stuff, you have no control over that. So if you start to learn to focus on the things you can control, folks, you are going to increase your peace of mind. And this is where the serenity prayer comes in, because I don't want you to just throw in the towel and say, oh, well, I can't really control this, I can't control that, and I'm just going to go. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. In short, that could even have the reverse effect of making you powerless. So that's where the serenity prayer comes in, folks. To accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference, folks. That should become a cardinal rule. Because, yes, we have some power, but at the same time, there are certain areas where we are totally powerless. But we cannot allow it to affect our peace of mind. Because the moment you do, it's not only you. It is going to transcend. I think you guys have heard me say the study by Harvard Medical School and the University of California, San Diego, that when an individual becomes happy, they trigger a chain reaction. Well, that's the same thing, folks. When you don't have peace, guess what? It also triggers a chain reaction. People you relate to and the people they relate to are all going to be affected in the process of all of that. So, peace of mind, you got to learn to forgive. Yes, you got to learn to forgive. And this is one of the toughest things anybody can do. Forgive. It is so difficult. But guess what? It's also so freeing. I think my grandma was the one that used to tell me, he said that if you are mad and you are hungry at somebody, and especially that person may or may not even know that you are, it's like you are drinking poison and then you are praying that they will die. Folks, you are going to die before that. So forgiving is not because you are weak. It's actually a sign of powerness. It's so that you are powerful. You are empowered. You control the things that you can, and you let go of the things you cannot go. And you are not forgiving because even they deserve it. That's not even relevant. You are forgiving because you deserve it. You deserve a peace of mind. That's why you forgive. So that's one less thing you have to play over and over and over and over in your head. That's one less thing you have to keep into consideration in your daily activity. That's how you seek peace, for yourself. You forgive. You totally forgive. Okay, so the first thing we talk about assumptions. The second thing we talk about doing, focusing on the things within your control. Okay, we talk about forgiving. Just forgive, folks. It's not easy, but it's really worth it. Okay, and then the final thing that I want to touch about is your purpose. What is your purpose on this health? What is your purpose in this journey that started from the day you were born until the day you take your last breath? What is your purpose? My purpose is to inspire and encourage others to their full potential while having a positive impact on this world through service and love. That has affected every single thing I've done since I got my MBA back in 1983, folks. Why is that crucial? Because when you have a clear purpose, you have a frame of reference. And so when things are happening and you compare it to that frame of reference, if it's not consistent, you let it go. And if you're going to take action, then you act from that point of view. And that way, you are always consistent. You want to have a peace of mind? Be consistent. Okay, be consistent in your dealing. Then you don't have to process too much stuff too hard. Folks, I hope that in this very time that we live in, where the world needs more peace, that you'll be a vital part of that. You find a way to have more peace, to be stronger than you ever were, so that your peace can trigger a chain reaction that affects the level of peace in this world. Because you deserve it, I deserve it, and the whole world deserves to have more peace. That's our talk today. It's peace and happiness. And I hope that you take this and you spread it out. Encourage people to go to our YouTube channel, and they're going to be able to hear this, or they'll be able to call in and join us, folks. Because the more of us that's engaged at this level of operation, guess what? The more peace that we're going to bring to this world. So that's what I've got today. I'm going to unmute the line, and we're going to wish each other a happy Monday. And today happened to also be the Martin Luther King Day. I'm also going to wish you guys a happy Martin Luther King Day. And hopefully there's a lot of activities going on in your neck of the wood that center on peace, today. So the line, and I'm going to count 2, and we're going to say happy Monday. 1, 2.
Happy Monday.
Happy
All right.
Monday.
Happy Monday, Edwin.
And thank you very much. And you guys stay happy and be strong.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.